So let's review the next version of the FootPrint, and we have already seen the statistics before and all the settings, but now let's look at the auto-scaling feature. So right now we have no auto-scaling enabled, and we are looking at a reversal bar. When we are talking about a reversal bar, then we see that they can overlap on the horizontal scale, but we cannot really do much about it because the reversal bars are formed and there is no good way to aggregate on. But we have the vertical scale, and we can see that if we start to compress, then the fonts will get smaller, 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 and when they hit the 7 pixels, then they will not be displayed anymore, and we will see only the bars. So with auto scaling, we want to start compressing the ticks, or basically aggregate them. So let's enable the auto scaling, and if we start with auto scaling to compress, then it will get smaller, and afterwards it will just start the aggregation. The aggregation is always doubling, so that means that it starts with 1 tick, 2 ticks, 4 ticks, 8 ticks, and so on. So if I start to compress it more, then it will aggregate more. If I go more, then it will aggregate more. Okay, I zoom out again, and let's change to time-based one. So when we change to time interval and disable auto scaling, then we will see that if I zoom to the 30 seconds one, then we can see all the bars nice next to each other. Without auto scaling, when we start to zoom out a bit, then the bars will overlap, and if someone wants to change that, they have to change the footprint interval. Regarding the vertical, there is no aggregation here, so if we zoom out enough, then only the bars are displayed. So now let's enable the auto scaling and look at the features. So with auto scaling, we have right now 30 seconds bars. We can see that between 52 and 53, we have basically 2 bars. So if I start to zoom, then suddenly between 52 and 54, we will have only 2 bars. So that means that it has changed to 1 minute bars. If I keep zooming, then it will jump again, and now we have 5 minutes bars, as you can see, and so on. So if I keep zooming in, then it will jump to 30 minutes bars. If I zoom again to see more details, then it will be again 5 minutes, and so on. So it just tries to figure out how much space the bar width has to be displayed, and based on that it will just estimate when it should jump up or down. Regarding the intervals, I stick to these ones. So that means that it will change between these timestamps or these intervals, basically just to replicate the same feature what we have built into the footprint. What we have to also keep in mind that if we modify the width of the bar, then it will have a different algorithm, and it will always try to just display the right amount of bars. Regarding the vertical scaling, it is the same what we have already seen before with the reversal bars. So if I compress the vertical scale, then it will start the tick aggregations automatically. And basically that is it about this version. So I am waiting for your feedback.